Top 10 African countries with the strongest military power. Updated for 2025. Tunisia. Despite being a small North African country, Tunisia has maintained a well-trained and disciplined military force. With a strategic location on the Mediterranean Sea, Tunisia has taken significant steps to modernize its army in recent years. Active personnel, around 40,000. Defense budget, approximately $1 billion. Military equipment, light tanks, modernized artillery, UAVs, and French-built aircraft. Strengths: NATO-aligned training, strong anti-terror units, and internal security readiness. Tunisia's military mainly focuses on internal stability and border control, especially in counter-terrorism against threats near Libya and Algeria. Although not as large as others on this list, Tunisia's military has a reputation for discipline, agility, and regional cooperation. 9. Democratic Republic of Congo. The Democratic Republic of Congo, DRC, boasts one of the largest military manpower pools in Africa, despite facing significant challenges in logistics and infrastructure. The Congolese Armed Forces, FARDC, are constantly engaged in internal and regional conflicts. Active personnel, over 150,000. Defense budget, around $750 million. Military equipment, old Soviet-era tanks, APCs, helicopters, and small naval force. Strengths: large manpower base, extensive combat experience, natural resource-driven economy. Although the DRC's equipment may be outdated, its soldiers are experienced in jungle warfare and asymmetric conflicts. The government has begun modernization efforts through foreign partnerships, including with China and Russia. Sudan has had one of the largest armies in Africa for decades. Despite recent internal political and military unrest, especially the conflict between the SAF and the RSF, the country retains a significant military infrastructure. Active personnel, over 200,000, excluding militias. Defense budget, about $1 billion. Military equipment, tanks, artillery, helicopters, and locally modified vehicles. Strengths: size of the army, long war experience, control of military industries. The Sudanese armed forces have experience in conventional warfare and urban combat. Its defense industry manufactures ammunition and vehicles locally, granting a degree of self-sufficiency. However, internal strife and factional divisions affect its coherence. Angola. Angola's military strength stems from a combination of oil revenues, Soviet-era stockpiles, and a growing partnership with countries like Russia and China. After emerging from decades of civil war, Angola has invested significantly in its military modernization. Active personnel, around 107,000. Defense budget, about $1.8 billion. Military equipment, Russian-made aircraft, tanks, and a growing naval presence. Strengths: oil-funded modernization, professional training, regional influence. The Angolan military is gradually building a regional blue water navy and investing in advanced aircraft and radars. With a stable command structure, Angola is becoming a key power in Southern Africa's security affairs. 6. Morocco. Morocco's Royal Armed Forces, FAR, are among the best funded and most modernized in North Africa. With decades of American and French support, Morocco fields a technologically advanced military relative to its African peers. Active reserve personnel, over 200,000. Defense budget, around $6 billion. Military equipment, Abrams tanks, F-16 fighter jets, FREM frigates. Strengths: strategic location, high-tech weaponry, strong US and NATO ties. Morocco maintains readiness through regular military drills and has even participated in foreign peacekeeping missions. Its geographic position near the Strait of Gibraltar enhances its naval and air strategic importance. 5. Ethiopia. Ethiopia, despite recent internal conflicts, maintains one of Africa's largest and most battle-hardened armies. The Ethiopian National Defense Force, (DF), is respected for its endurance, resilience, and experience in large-scale conflicts. Active personnel, around 160,000. Defense budget, $1 billion. Military equipment, tanks, artillery, Soviet and Chinese weapons. Strengths: massive ground force, battle-tested from Tigray and border wars. Although still rebuilding from recent civil wars, Ethiopia's strategic importance in the Horn of Africa, combined with its history of military success dating back to the Battle of Adwa, sustains its military influence. 4. Nigeria. Nigeria has the largest economy and population in Africa, and its military reflects this potential. The Nigerian armed forces are well-funded and play an active role in regional peacekeeping and counterinsurgency operations. Active personnel, 135,000. Defense budget, around $3.5 billion. Military equipment, modern aircraft, drones, armored vehicles. Strengths, large manpower, experience against Boko Haram, regional leadership. Nigeria invests heavily in land and air power, and the Nigerian Navy is expanding its coastal and riverine capabilities. With continued modernization, Nigeria is projected to rise further in African military rankings. 3. South Africa. South Africa is home to the most technologically advanced military-industrial complex in sub-Saharan Africa. While its troop numbers are smaller than others, its quality of equipment and training is exceptional. Active personnel, Tortoise 70,000's budget, $4 billion. Military equipment, Ruivalk attack helicopters, Gripen fighter jets, submarines. Strengths, indigenous arms production, dental, peacekeeping leadership, advanced R&D. The South African National Defense Force, SANDF, emphasizes professionalism, peacekeeping, and aerospace capacity. It also plays a leading role in UN peacekeeping operations across Africa. Algeria. Algeria's military power is driven by massive defense spending and deep-rooted military tradition. The Algerian People's National Army, ANP, is well equipped with advanced Russian-made weaponry and continues to grow in strategic capability. Active personnel, around 130,000. Defense budget, over $9 billion. Military equipment, S-300 and S-400 systems, MiG-29s, T-90 tanks, modern naval ships. Strengths, air defense, naval reach, oil-funded procurement, counterterrorism force. Algeria has developed one of the strongest air forces in Africa and possesses a respectable navy with submarines and warships. It also holds a strategic geographic position near Europe and the Sahel, allowing for rapid deployment. 1. Egypt, Africa's strongest military power. Egypt has long held the title of Africa's strongest military, a legacy dating back to the Cold War. The Egyptian armed forces are the largest and most powerful on the continent in terms of personnel, equipment, funding, and training. Active personnel, over 450,000. Defense budget, exceeds $10 billion. Military equipment, 4,000 plus tanks, 1,000 plus aircraft, 300 plus naval units, including submarines and Mistral-class carriers. Strengths, strategic Suez Canal, powerful air force, extensive defense alliances with the US, France, Russia. Egypt's military capabilities span land, air, sea, and cyberspace. Its air force ranks among the top 10 globally in aircraft numbers, and its navy is one of the most powerful in the Middle East and Africa. It regularly participates in joint drills with NATO and Arab allies, and has defense factories producing everything from rifles to armored vehicles. Egypt's geostrategic position, controlling access between Africa, Asia, and Europe, further enhances its influence. Its involvement in Libya, Sudan, and the Red Sea also shows its regional ambition and capacity. Conclusion: Africa's military power landscape is dynamic and rapidly evolving. While Egypt maintains the dominant position with unmatched strength, countries like Algeria, South Africa, and Nigeria are closely catching up due to defense modernization and regional ambitions. As threats like terrorism, piracy, cyber warfare, and civil conflicts continue, African nations are prioritizing military reform, alliance building, and indigenous defense production. The next decade will likely see even more shifts in this top 10 list as African countries pursue stronger, smarter, and more technologically equipped armed forces.